Hello, female educators. I hope that you guys are doing very well. We have been back from September, but I've been in a new school from this is week 2. I had 1 week training. So, what I've been looking at is mindset. How are you going to get a child who isn't doing very well at school because he's refusing or doesn't like to try anything new? Well, one other thing is, I feel that in terms of praising him for his effort. So when he does, although he doesn't want to do anything new, just praise him for what he's doing. And when you actually give him small targets, and he sees that he's achieving, he's more likely to want to do a lot more new things. That's one of the suggestions I would give, and that's one of the things that I see work for some people, and it works for me as well. In terms of, although this child doesn't want to try anything new, that's fine. But whatever he's doing, empower him and let him see, okay, that's very, very good. So it's like praising effort. And then he's more likely to want to do a little bit more because you see that whatever effort he's done is very good. Another thing is, we keep on talking about mindset, mindset, mindset. What do we mean by that? Well, one of the thing is, I keep on saying our parents were always dealing with mindset, but we've never seen it as that. We just seen it as that we're making decisions, whether or not it's conscious or unconscious. Now we are very conscious as to trying to empower students to have a positive mindset instead of a negative mindset, because a positive mindset means that the students are willing to take chances. So when they're willing to take chances, it means that they're going to be able to excel and achieve. So it is up to us as educators to empower them and encourage them, because as we know, especially the students now coming back to school after COVID and have been off, etc., and all this anxiety, they don't want to do anything. So as educators, we need to empower them to do something. So when they do whatever little they do, we need to celebrate them, because that's something I've been doing with my student. I've been celebrating them. It doesn't matter how little they've done, and the more they realize that they're being celebrated, the more they're going to want to do. So that's been a positive thing in terms of getting them to think in terms of growth mindset, because our job, I do believe, as educators, is to empower students and get them to do, because it is very easy for them to have a fixed mindset that they feel that this work is too challenging for them, they don't understand it, and they're not going to do it. So as educators, we need to chop it up and just give them small pieces. Just start with giving them small pieces, and that's going to escalate. Just small pieces to start off with. And when they have achieved it, it doesn't matter how little they have achieved, celebrate them. You are going to see a marked difference. Even the student who never was interested, they would start becoming interested, because they realize that you are celebrating them when they've done something well. It doesn't matter how small. So that's something I think that, as educators, we need to start with. What's your win? Every day, educators, you must find your win, because in every situation there is a win. There is a win. I know it is challenging, because we've all going through the challenge right now. Because last week everybody in the staff room were tired, because it just seems like we just have a lot to do in such a short space of time, because we also playing catch up game, because the students have missed work, and even though they were taught during COVID online, they don't remember anything, because some of them were not even there. They were putting on the camera and going off to sleep. Or, they were not even putting on the camera. It's like one student said to me that that's the only time they felt they were in control, because they were in control. So now we have to go over what we did with them during the pandemic and get them now to fully understand it. So that's something we need to do. And in terms of the mindset, we need to start getting them to change their mindset. We have to support them in changing the mindset, so that, okay, yes, what you've done during COVID, you may not remember. Let's now start doing this now, and to see how much you are able to do and how much you're able to remember. So that's what we need to start doing now in terms of education. And I spoke earlier on about your win. You need to find something every day that you are going to celebrate as an educator. There is never nothing to celebrate. It doesn't matter how small it is. You have to find something to celebrate educators that would actually keep you inspired and keep you plowing on. As I said, it does not matter how small. One of the things I'm celebrating today, one of my students who have not been talking because this is my second week, decided to lead the session, the feedback session today. And it was wonderful. We all celebrated him. And as a result of that, you know, the excitement, you see the excitement on his face. So you know that next time that student is going to want to do more because they realize that they're now being valued. So it doesn't matter how small it is, educator, you need to find your win and celebrate it, because teaching is not easy. So that's what you would have to do. And you could actually connect that with growth mindset of your student. A student who is never, you know, wanting to progress or doesn't know what to do, etc., or want to do the same thing all the time. You need to find something what that student doing and celebrate it. Through celebration, you're going to find you have a shift in mindset with the student. It works because a lot of other educators are using the celebration technique and it's working. So try it and see what happens. What are you grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for my students. So what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for life because it gave me an opportunity to teach my students and to hear what they have to say and to celebrate them and encourage them and empower them. So what are you grateful for, educators? Find something you're grateful for. One of it is life. You're grateful for life, and from life you could do so much more. Anyway, take care. Tomorrow I'll be coming on regarding mindset and how we could use the positive mindset to support our students. One of the things that was found through a research is when students are praised, not the effort, but when students' ability are praised, you praise the ability rather than the effort. In terms of the ability, it leads to fixed mindset because in terms of what they're able to do. Whereas if you actually praise them, the effort, it doesn't matter what effort, how much they've done. If you actually praise that, the strategy they use and the you know what effort they've actually used to complete the task, you're more likely to have a growth mindset because you're praising them for attempting to do something other than what they're able to complete. Think about that. Anyway, guys, take care, stay blessed. I would come back tomorrow looking at mindset and how we could use mindset as educators on a daily basis. And how are you using mindset with your students? What are you using to change your student mindset, especially those you see that have a fixed mindset where they don't want to do anything new? And we need to look at the reason why they don't want to do anything new. It is because of fear and also because of lacking confidence. So how could you encourage your students to increase their confidence? How can you support them in increasing their confidence? Because the fixed mindset is the fear of taking chances, of getting it wrong. So you need to look at what can you do to move your student along, to empower them to want to do something a little bit more than what they're doing now. They're staying stuck because it is safe for them and they don't want to move on because of fear of getting it wrong. That's the reason why a student wouldn't try anything new. Fear of getting it wrong. But even though they get it wrong, you need to make it in your classroom that it is okay to get it wrong. It's fine. The minute you start encouraging students that it is okay to get it wrong, you're going to see the difference. Try that. Anyway, take care, stay blessed, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow afternoon or evening when I come back. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.